Who's the Joester in the house? OG, who's the Joester in the house? Back with another video. And I gotta tell you something new. Now I'm gonna talk about something new and more modern that's been going on. I'm gonna hit on something new. I haven't posted in a long time, I know. Now I gotta talk about something new. Hey. And what I want to talk about is the teacher doing a little bit of mince in my mouth, but the teacher that had the kids doing his undoing his braids for him. Teacher that had the kids undoing his braids for him. Yeah. That's not. And what I think about it is the teacher that had him doing his braids for him. The teacher that had the girls doing the braids for him. The teacher that, Drake or Jake, I don't know his name, but look up teacher that has kids doing braids for him, and you'll find, and you'll find, the video. Look up teacher that has kids doing braids, that has kids taking out teacher's braids. Look up teacher getting his braids taken out by students. Yeah. If you want to know my thoughts on this, it's inappropriate. It's not sexually inappropriate. It's not sexually inappropriate, but it's across the board inappropriate. It's inappropriate across the board. And why it's inappropriate across the board is because they, first of all, I want to start off with why is, I'm going to start off with the camera last. Hey, yeah, I'm going to start off with that last. So what I'm first going to start off with is, well, I'm going to start off with this first. Why are you going live in the classroom? Why are you going live in the classroom recording students taking your braids out? Why do you have to go live? Why is it a good idea to flip out a phone and record everything you're doing? Like me, I'm recording myself right now, but like in the classroom setting, why are you going live? It's your job. And I know what you're going to say. I don't like the idea of getting jobs. I don't even want a job. I have a part-time. I don't want to work full-time. I understand. I don't like jobs. I don't like the idea of working a job. I wish I didn't even have a job, but I have a part-time at Giant Eagle, Legacy Village. I don't like it, but I have it. So, same thing with this teacher. He's on the clock. I would never record myself on the clock. And why would you go live on the clock and have your students take your braids out? These are your students. Yeah, why would you record? Why do you have? Why do people have to record everything they do? Like, why did this teacher have to record everything just to go viral? The price of going viral is you get, let's cross the street. The price of going viral is you get all kinds of people looking at you, and they might comment anything, whether if it's good or bad. And they should not be posting everything on the internet. Like, for example, your child using the restroom, learning how to use the bathroom, that's not supposed to be posted on the internet. Why would you post your child learning how to use the bathroom at a young age on the internet? Why would you post that on the internet? Why would you post your child getting a flu shot and crying and getting a temper tantrum over it? I don't like flu shots. I agree that flu shots shouldn't even exist. I don't think any needle should ever be stuck into your body, not even a real tattoo. Not like the fake tattoo that I have right here. But why are you recording that on the internet? Why are you recording your child getting a flu shot and crying over it on the internet? Why are you recording the child throwing a temper tantrum on the internet? That's only going to make it worse. The child wants something from you. You gotta care more about your child than you care about getting views and likes. Like, it's ridiculous to be posting everything on the internet. And I don't think he should have been fired for what he did, for letting the girls take his braids out. But the reason I have mixed feelings of feeling bad for him. I feel bad for him because he had no time the other night, and he couldn't do it the night before because of the interview that he had. But I feel bad. I don't feel bad for him because he should know not to post everything on the internet. Why does everything have to be shared? That's your business. Why are you posting it on the internet? Now let's move on to number two. Let's move on to number two. What was I going to say? Yeah, the second reason why it's inappropriate, why it's across the board inappropriate, professionally inappropriate, is because these are your students. These are your students. These are not your students. These are your students. These are not your hairstylists. These are your students, not your hairstylists. They are not your hairstylists. They are your students. Okay? And yes, you want to be a nice teacher to your students. You don't want to be a mean teacher. Because no, that's not good to be a mean teacher. You never want a mean teacher. It's terrible to be a mean teacher, because then if you're a mean teacher, then people will take example off of you, Your students will take example off of you and then start being mean to other people themselves. And we don't want to spread meanness and just go out our way to be a mean, rude teacher. No, we should not do that. Yes, you can be nice, but yes, but we don't need touching to be nice. Okay? And I'm not saying I don't like kids. I'm not bashing on the teacher, but I don't think it was a good idea for him to try to act like his students are his hairstylist. It's not that his students aren't much. Not that his students aren't much of. Like they keep saying, your students aren't your best friend. No, I'm on. The students aren't your hairstylist because that's not doing anything for the students. The one who's getting benefited is him. The one who is getting benefited is you, teacher. You needed your students to take out your braids because you were irresponsible. Okay? I mean, even if you couldn't take it out the night before, you could have just took it out after your interview and stayed up extra late. And took it out after your interview before you went to bed. Even if you had an interview the other night. And you know what else you could have done? You could have either stayed up late and took it out after your interview, or even if you didn't want to stay up late, here's what you could have done. You could have, maybe you can't do your own hair in the classroom, but he could have took them out himself instead of making the students do it for him. He could have took it out himself. Or he could have had the hairstylist take it out for him. He could have paid the hairstylist extra money to take the braids out for him before he got his hair done. Or here's what else he could have done. He could have, even if he didn't want to take his own hair out, and he didn't, like he could have took his own hair out in the classroom, but I don't know if they would allow him to do that. So he could have paid the hairstylist to do it for him. Or he could have just rescheduled his appointment. I do that all the time. Sometimes I'm late to my barber appointment to get my hair cut. And I don't have dreadlocks, I have waves, but I sometimes reschedule my appointment, you know? Yeah, I reschedule my appointment most of the time, you know? I rescheduled my appointment. He could have rescheduled his own appointment. But your students are not your hairstylists. They're your students, not your hairstylists. Your students, not your hairstylists. Your students. They are not to unbraid your hair. They are to. I don't like learning. Look, I don't like school, the way school teaches. I don't agree with the way they tell teachers how to teach. I don't agree with the way they tell teachers how to teach. Okay? I don't agree with the way they tell teachers how to teach. I don't agree with the way they tell teachers how to teach. Okay? But you can even try to teach some more intelligent things than they would usually teach. Or teach some things that are really important that they don't teach in school. You can try doing that, but having your students do your hair is inappropriate because they're not your hairstylist. That's what you go to And I'm like, I heard Ricky Smiley say that's what you do with your girlfriend. That's what you do with your family members. No, no. I mean, yeah, your girlfriend, but if she knows how to do hair, or your family members if they know how to do your own hair, yeah. But he was asking for a favor. Asking for a favor is more of you asking for a favor from someone, not being nice. He said he was showing his friendly interaction, and is a friendly interaction with his students and his friendly relationship with his students. It's not kind and friendly for you to ask them to do your hair for you. That's them being nice to you. You're asking for an offer from them. They're not asking for an offer from you. You're asking for an offer from them, and they're doing something for you. Okay? So that's them doing something nice and friendly for you, teacher. And another thing, I don't know. I would not say waiting. I would leave it to your hairstylist or you, because that's your responsibility. Because it's your hair. But it's not that you can't be friends with your student, but there's a difference in between. Sure, your family can be your friends, okay? Your family can be your friend, but like your brother, your sister can be your friend, your mom can be your friend, but bloodline, the difference between bloodline and friend, There's a difference in between bloodline and friend. Your family is bloodline, and a friend that you met as a stranger that became your friend is like more of your cool person that you met with. It's a cool man. It's a cool person that you met up with. It's a cool person that you met up with, that you like to hang out with and chill with. It's a cool person. Not your bloodline. Just a cool OG person that you met up with. That's what your friend is. And your family is your bloodline. The people that you were born with. People that you were raised with. That's your family. Now, if you want me to get on the second reason why I don't think this is a good idea, then I'll go on number 3, okay? So number 3 from number 2. Number 3, that's contaminated. Even Donez told me, I felt bad for him, so I asked Donez what he thought about the situation. He said he thought it was nasty. You don't know where their kids' hands are. And I was like, yeah. So Donez is my co-worker friend, so I agree with my coworker for nasty. Yeah, that's disgusting. You already know I got OCD, and that's just nasty. I have OCD, that's nasty, dude. You can't have kids put their nasty hands into your hair. You don't even know if those kids have washed their hairs after they used the bathroom. You don't know if those kids... You don't know where those kids' hands have been. You don't know if those kids are sanitary. You didn't even ask them to wear gloves. Like, that's disgusting, dude. They need on gloves, dude. Like, most hairstylists have hand sanitizer and gloves. Like, you just told them to grab into your hair, and the girls that were using combs, I hope they cleaned their combs after getting finished with you, because that's a little bit nasty, okay? That's very nasty. That's unsanitary. That's contamination inappropriate. That's sanitary inappropriate. Because that's nasty, dude. And they're not your hairstylist. And I don't trust my barber to touch my hair because his hands are clean. I don't want any unclean hands in my hair. Like, dude. Even one of my family members, no offense, their hands have to be clean to touch my hair. Like, that's nasty. I don't want no dirty hands touching my hair. And you don't even know where his hands have been. Like, that's nasty, dude. That you would ask kids to unbraid your hair because you didn't have time. No, you should have paid your hairstylist extra to take your braids out if you completely didn't have time, or stayed up later to unbraid your own hair. That's disgusting. Because those kids' hands, you don't even know where their hands have been. I don't know, man. Not only that, but yeah, you don't know where those kids' hands have been. Yeah. And you don't even know where those combs have been. And they don't even know how clean your hair is. And they're just kids, they might not know better, but they don't know how clean your hair is. So I hope they wash their hands after dealing with you and wash those combs. So it's like they're getting dandruff all over their hands and you didn't even bother to tell them to put on gloves so they wouldn't get dandruff. You should have, science class has a sink. He's a science teacher, so he could have asked them to wash their hands and put on some gloves at least. They were gonna be unbraiding his hair. Like, so nasty. Wash their hands and put on some fresh gloves or something. Because that's nasty to ask even kids. You should only be asking your hairstylist. That is not your student's job. Your students are your students. A close relationship in between kids and students is kind of creepy. I'm not saying I don't have a relationship with kids. I mean, I like kids too, but still, even with adults doing your hair for you, like even with employees, I'm braiding, I'm braiding, I'm braiding, even with the employees, I'm braiding their boss's hair. That would be inappropriate. Like, no, that's your boss. Those are your employees, and you're their boss. They are not your hairstylist. You are not their hair customers. You do not sit down to get your hair done when you're going to teach a class. You're going to teach a class, not get your hair done. That's not commonplace appropriate, dude. Those are your students, not your hairstylist. And you don't even know if their hands are clean, and just disgusting to allow any hair. I would never let someone put their hands into my hair. Lucky for me, I don't have braids. I have waves, but I would never, I have waves, but I would never let anybody put their hands into my hair. That's nasty. Yeah. So I'm gonna sign off this video. I haven't posted in a long time. I haven't posted in a very long time. I did get some new crystals. I did get a tooth crystal when I was on the cruise. Got these two necklaces. One of these necklaces broke, so I got another one. But I was able to get it fixed, but it was shorter, so I had to order a bracelet to attach to it to make it longer. So yeah, I have even more crystals now. The jellyfish one, the clear jellyfish one. Yeah, so you guys have a good time. Enjoy yourselves after you watch this video. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And comment your opinion on this topic, okay? And Cool Joester signing out.